this is Kimberly. This is my third video. Today I'm gonna be doing the video with my husband, and I just want to tell you how Gallery 408 started. Right before COVID hit, my husband and I, we decided the best thing for our family, it was just for me to quit my job and stay at home with my kids, with our kids. We have an 11-year-old and a 1-year-old, and that's how Gallery 408 started. So my husband is gonna be sharing a couple of tips with you girls and guys, whoever is watching. He is a great help. I mean, even though he has a full-time job, he's working currently from home, but in the meantime, you know, whenever he can, he just like help me out, and we just make a great team together. So this is Andres, my husband. We've been together for almost 17 years.
Almost 17 years. That seems like a long time.
It is.
So today we're going to be talking about sourcing. I know we already had an episode on, she made an episode on the pilot, and then she made another episode on how to organize your time, right? But I've been doing reselling. We've been doing reselling for a long time. We decided to retake it again this past year, or this year actually, and then just start from, you know, from zero again. But we've done it in the past. For me, it's very fulfilling, something that I like to do a lot, especially sourcing. So that's what we're gonna be talking about today. One of the things that scares most of the people though is like, where do I get my items from? Like, where do I go to get the items I'm gonna be selling? I think for us, it has been like a roller coaster, right? We used to live in New Jersey, we moved to Florida, and since we moved, it's like a different environment. Where do we get our items from? Like, it's a completely different type of sourcing. Like, we try everything, right? Like garage sales, we try thrift stores, we try auctions, we try all types of stuff, even Facebook Marketplace. Sometimes you find things that even in your own closet, like they've been sitting there forever and you don't know what to do with it. If you are a first-time seller, like you want to start your eBay store right now, I will highly recommend going to your closet, right? Like, go and find those items like that you don't use anymore, or they've been sitting there for years and you don't know what to do with it. Instead of like going to a garage sale and then just selling for $1, try eBay, right? Give it a shot. I think for right now, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you can actually post the first 100 items for free. So you don't have to pay anything basically. You just open your store, open your eBay account, and basically just start selling, right? Yep. Like, start taking pictures, and we're gonna guide you to like,
from there.
Yeah, just take it from there, right? Even it's as easy as that even my 11-year-old daughter can actually do it. So don't be scared, right? But again, where do we get?
It's easy. It's fun. I like to do it a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. One of the things I tell my boss, right, all the time is, if I can quit my job and actually do this full time, I would, because I love it so much. Unfortunately, I can't. But this is a really nice side gig, right? Like, if you want to do this as a part time, if you're a stay-home mom, definitely I will encourage you to pursue it and make you know, kind of some sort of business out of this. So right now I'm gonna show you exactly you know, certain tips that might help you sourcing your items. So number one, right, like, how much money do you need to actually start? You know, from what I said, if you look into your closet and you find 5 pieces that you want to get rid of, and then you can easily sell it for $10, $15, $20, then do it. You know, start taking pictures. All you need is just your phone, and take pictures and post them online and see if you can get any traction. You never know. I mean, you're not gonna lose anything by doing it. So just get started, right? We started, I think you mentioned that on a video, in the first video. Did you mention that? Maybe you did. I don't know. But we started with less than $1,000.
Yeah, with $900.
With $900, there you go. And I decided to invest $900 and buy a lot of stuff, and then just see if it will work. And it did, right? We're making almost a full-time income working part-time from home. So in only 9 months that we've been doing this, so it's been great. But you know, if you go through your closet, that would be number one. Going to garage sales, thrift stores. I'll show you an example. Like this, I found sitting somewhere. Someone had it, and I got it for $1, right? And we haven't posted it yet, but we might be posting it very soon. But when I went to research, and I'll show you a little bit on how to research, you have your eBay application, right? And then if you go into your eBay application and you go into search, you can actually, if you go into search, I don't know if you can see that, probably not. But if you go into your search and you hit the little camera, you'll be able to scan the barcode right in the back. And once you scan it, it comes up right away. And then you'll see all the postings, right? This one sells for $84, $39, $50. And this one's used. So sells for $14 to $20, right? So now I bought something for $1, right? You gotta make sure that it's complete. So it's a 4-set disc with a DVD on it. So it's a pretty nice, you know, what you might call this, like a, I don't know, like a set collection of Rod Stewart for $1. And it might take you like what, like 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes, not 10 minutes
10
maybe
minutes.
to post it, and then you're done. You're set. Your posting, your listing is in there, and if it sells, you make $15. You make $10, right? Imagine posting 5 times that, right? Like 5 different items in 1 hour. 5 times 10, then you can easily be making $40, $50 an hour, right? Another item that we got on a thrift store, a pair of Asics, right? You can easily find stuff like this, right? So, you know, clean condition. You have to check the bottom, make sure that it's not ripped, that, you know, it's in a good condition.
Really good condition.
The inside is clean, you know, as much as you can. And I think we got this for like $4 or $5. Easily you can sell it for $20, $25. And then that will be an easy trade right there. So those are good examples on what can you go and look for, right? As you can see in the back, I don't know if you mentioned that, but we have bins full of clothes, full of merchandise, and it's the stuff that it varies, right? It goes from clothing to I don't know what.
Well, I mean, right now we have 50 bins full of merchandise. We have some here, we have some over there, and some in the garage. So right now it's 50 full bins that
50
we have.
bins full
50
of,
bins.
and I think we have over 800 items
yes,
in
we
eBay
have
right now
over
listed.
800, yep.
So, you know, sourcing, it's not as complicated as you might think. Here's the hard part of sourcing, right? You need to be dedicated and you need to be constant, right? You cannot just sit at home and expect that the items are gonna get to you, right? You have to be constantly thinking, what can I get? Where can I get it? It varies, guys. I mean, I follow 5, 6 different people on YouTube, and they source from all kinds of places. So what it works for me might not work for you. I'm just giving you examples, but you have to do your own homework, right? Don't just don't sit around and then wait until, you know, someone knocks at your door and then tells you that they need to sell something.
Well, maybe one week you're gonna find maybe a lot of tennis shoes somewhere, and next week you're gonna find jeans or I don't know, some collectibles. But you know, it varies.
Right. If you like shopping, like you do,
I
right?
love shopping.
Then going to a thrift store is not gonna be a burden for you. Going to garage sales is gonna be fun. Make it, you know, make it fun, make it enjoyable, and then for sure you're gonna find stuff around. And a tip that I give you, you know, make sure that when you get stuff, that you are able to organize it. We will talk about how to organize our stuff. How do we organize our stuff? But you know, make sure that you have the room for it. If you live in a small apartment, don't buy, you know, like, I don't know what
I don't know, big stuffs.
like an engine, something like that, right? Make sure that you get small stuff so you can easily ship it. Don't cost too much to ship. But again, it varies, right? Like whatever makes you happy at the time of buying it, get that. Make sure you get understanding of that product, and make sure that you're actually gonna make profit out of that. We made many mistakes, and I've heard from people on YouTube too that have made many mistakes, that because they feel like shopping, they just buy whatever, and that's not a good approach, right? Like you have to make sure that the item is going to be profitable. It's gonna sell. If you,
Because you don't want it in your store sitting for like 6 months or more.
Correct. So So yeah, if I buy this, I gotta make sure that there's listings on eBay, and at the same time that there's a lot of people actually buying it, right? So if I buy it for $1, I want to make sure that this one goes out of the door in less than a month or 2 months, right? I don't want it to be sitting and then just wasting a listing on my store, right? So, any other tip that you have for?
When you go to thrift stores and places like that, make sure to check the items. Be very detailed, because you can think that, oh, this item looks good, and then when you get home, like we say this because I got the experience, like, you know, just a couple of tiny little like holes or something is like really worn, like you can even
Well, we just experienced that. We bought a pair of pants and it was completely ripped. Completely ripped, and we thought, you know, it could be a nice trade, and it didn't work out.
It didn't work,
so just be careful when you buy your stuff. Make sure that you inspect it really well, right? And then another tip that I can give you for mistakes that we have made already, right? When you buy stuff, if you buy bulk, if you buy like 20, 30, 40 items out of a person, you go into a garage sale and you see that something is appealing to the eye, make sure you get the good price out of that, right? Don't buy at the price that eBay is selling it, right? It makes no sense. If it sells for $5 an item, make sure you get it for, I don't know, for like 50 cents, $1, you know, $1.50 the most. Maybe if you can turn it around and make good profit out of that, because that's very important too, right?
Another thing is many of the thrift stores, they have a color of the week.
Yeah.
So whenever you can get things for half price, is way better, because you're gonna make more profit.
Right.
So make sure that you just don't go there and whatever you like, you just buy it. So just be smart and, oh, okay, well, yellow is this week, so make sure that, you know, you check for yellow tickets, and maybe you can get a, you know,
that she's talking about, like when we go to our Goodwill here in Central Florida. That's usually what happens. We don't go to Goodwill anymore that much. We find that there's a lot of people that hit those stores already, and are probably sourcing from those stores. I don't know if it happens around your area or not, but sometimes, you know, find those small places where you can actually get a good price, right? Like a good price and an item that it might be unique, that might have more value, right? So those are the tips that we can give you. I don't know what else you have to say. Is there anything else that you would like to add?
No, I think seriously that's about it.
Yeah.
You know, don't forget to take the phone with you and check the things in eBay before you purchase it, because maybe you're gonna look at a brand and you're like, oh, it seems like it can be kind of pricey, and then you get very disappointed, because when you check in eBay, when you get home, it's like, okay, this doesn't cost much.
Right.
So, you know, you're losing money right there. So make sure that always check all the items before purchasing those items.
Right. So what she's talking about is like actually going to the eBay app.
Correct.
And then search for the item, like I just did with the Rod Stewart CDs, and make sure that, you know, you check the items are for selling right now and the items that have sold already, and then you know exactly how much is the item selling for. So that's a good technique, just to check prices. And if you don't know what it is, sometimes unique items, right? Just go into Google and Google it and see, you know, if anybody else is selling it somewhere else. So those are the tips that we can give you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being with us. I don't know, I'm gonna pop up here and there. Since I have full time, I don't have the time that she has to do these videos, but I might be popping in and out of these videos and then just giving you some tips on certain stuff.
And if you know, don't forget to like the video and subscribe. Gallery 408. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.
I'm gonna tell you that today I'm gonna be introducing